Hello and welcome back. I just got done cleaning my couch and washing my hands. There we go, timer's going. I imagine you are eager to hear the particulars of our plan. Allow me a moment to gather everyone's attention. Just fires a few rounds in the sky or into the ceiling.
If all are in agreement, I will outline my plan to retake Doma Castle. First, Lise and the Doman Irregulars will conduct a series of raids against Imperial targets throughout the surrounding area, with the aim of drawing the garrison's attention. Shortly thereafter, our Zayla allies will launch a surprise attack on the castle's airborne defenses. In this way, we will prevent the enemy's airships from rendering support and cut off one means of escape. Alize and I, together with the shinobi, will exploit the ensuing chaos to infiltrate the moon gates and disable the Magitech field generators. Once the barrier is down, we will be free to cross the One River and reach Doma Castle. It is at this point that we must turn to our Confederate and Kojin allies. They will commence to bombard the castle with cannon fire, while sailing west towards the Doman Enclave.
Wait, the Enclave? Why would you want them to sail away from the castle?
So they don't have hostages.
Because the Enclave is home to countless civilians. Once pressed, the Imperials may well think to take them hostage, and I would fain forestall any such attempt. After we have secured the Enclave, we may lay siege to Doma Castle directly. The main strength of the Doman Liberation Front, under Lord Hien's command, shall be committed to this endeavor, as will you and your redoubtable allies. The rest is simple. We scour the castle for the Viceroy, we find her, and we subdue her. Without their leader, what remains of the Imperials' morale will crumble, and they will surrender or attempt to flee. And Doma will be free. Your thoughts, Lord Hien? If any points were unclear or gave you cause for concern, I should be glad to go over them with you.
Nay, 'tis a fine plan. You have a talent for this. That much is plain. We shall carry out Alphino's plan to the letter. Time is of the essence, as you know, so let us each see to our respective preparations. Carry on.
My thumb's itchy. There's no storage of tasks we must need be completed before we can launch our attacks. If you have a moment, perhaps you can lend a hand. That said, I have only just returned to be better for you to speak with Alphino to find out how you might be of service. Go take a nap! Trying to keep busy, full glad I am to hear it. There is one task which comes to mind. Explained during my briefing, Alize and I will need to infiltrate the moon gates to disable the Magitech field generators. Though I pride myself on my knowledge of various subjects, I must confess I lack confidence in my knowledge of this particular one, which is why I turn to an expert. I have been conversing with Sid via Tataru, attempting to ascertain the design of the generators based on our limited intelligence. Most recently, he sent a parcel with some documents which he believed may be of use. I would like for you to go to Kugan and bring them back here. In the meantime, I will continue to work with our shinobi allies to plot a path into the gates Safe travels, Edgar, and thank you again. No. The reason why that popped up is because I know if you hold, I can't remember which. I don't know if it's just one of the triggers or both of them. I know that if you hold down right trigger, it slows down. But I forget that I'm holding it down, and then I'll activate something else. Oh right, that's. I remember that one is. That's for the housing here. Edgar, what are you doing here? I thought you were off fighting nomads on the Azim steppe. Oh, you beat them? Good show. A shame I didn't get to see it. Alphino has been keeping me appraised of the situation in Doma. I may not be good in physical fights, but in an paperwork fight, I'm the true Kogan. Yeah. You're here for the parcel Sid sent, right? Wait a moment, and it'll be right out. It arrived not long ago. A porter delivered it to our offices along with various other knickknacks from Eorzea. Sid regrets that he couldn't come here in person. Apparently his hunt for the dragon and Omega demands his full attention, you see. So he was reasonably confident that the documents he provided would be enough for Alphino to do the work himself. So as soon as the parcel gets here, we can open it up and see what's inside. There's just a bomb. Part of my intrusion with the parcel in question was in the one you placed on the shelf in the back for safekeeping. I believe so, yes. Why do you ask? Well, you see, on closer inspection, said parcel appears to have been addressed to the Shikigami barracks. Though it does indeed bulge with a quantity of paper reminiscent of a rather large instruction manual, the lingering scent of lilac leads me to conclude it is in fact a sizable collection of love letters. But impossible, the porter was carrying a parcel addressed to us. I saw the writing with my own eyes. I do not doubt that in the least. However, as he was tasked with a number of deliveries, I can only presume that he handed you another parcel by mistake. This is a disaster. We have to find that porter right this instant. She can move quickly when she has a mind to do so. So quickly, she neglected to take these love letters with her. They too must be redirected to their rightful recipient. They should also aid you in tracking down the right porter. They keep records of their deliveries and so forth, after all. The man in question was of middling height and build, not unlike myself. Black hair, short, terribly helpful, and gone, I know, a cherished sort, wearing bright colors as I recall. I will send a few of my men out to search, but in the meantime, why don't you take the parcel and see if you don't track him down yourself? I will wait here on the off chance he realizes he's a mistake and returns. Back to the... no, I want this one. Let's check the back streets first. Are you the right one? Good evening to you, sir, but I have no time to chat. I have to head to the Berkeley, or was it All Street Bar? No time, no time. Letters perhaps a terrible description, as the weight of this parcel rather suggests a lengthy trustee on why a certain Shigami ought to accept the undying affection of a certain admirer. I recognize a parcel delivered to the Ruby Bazaar not long ago. What of it? A mistake for the Shigami, you say? Well, you're right. How stupid of me. Fortunately, I have yet to visit the barracks. This is for you. Yes, I will take the other in exchange. I just went there because I was like, they wouldn't clearly have it in the middle of the place that you would think they would be, you know, in the middle of the market. Might put it in, you know, the housing that's discreetly in the back side of the market. I'm sorry I couldn't find him. I guess we just have to accept he realizes his mistake and returns soon. Though this parcel weighs no less than the other, it lacks the scent of lilac and is therefore much less likely to contain someone's misdirected woo. That's it. That's the parcel. You found him. Though, knowing our luck, Sid put the wrong papers in here. Nope, this is it. These are documents detailing the operation of Metric field generators often requested. I can only imagine what would have happened had we sent Edgar back to Doma with a parcel of love letters. The look on Alphino's face when he read the first page. On second thought, I am a little disappointed we didn't. Everyone's working so hard to fight the Dome for Dome freedom, and here I am making the same silly mistakes. It won't happen again, Edgar, and I'll keep working hard to bring you and the other useful information. I will hear if we hear anything new, we'll contact you straight away. Oh, and you must be pleased to hear that we have brokered an arrangement between the company and the Confederacy. They require armament. We provide discreetly and at a reasonable price. I'm sure Lord Laredo was pleased to hear it. Indeed he was. Indeed he was. Well, it seems our time together is at an end. Give Alphino and Alize my regards, will you? Yeah, the reason why my map thing sped up is because apparently that's supposed to be the default one, but I managed to somehow break it. But when I went and put the settings back to default after I did something, I don't remember what I did, it sped up back to default. Well, it seems like just yesterday you were here. Our plans proceed apace. Do you have the documents? Never wanted to take undue risks, it would seem. Sid thought it would be best to send Alphino a massive manual detailing the operations of a magic field generator to ensure the boy was prepared for every eventuality, or possibly to see if he would read the entire thing or simply give up and whack the generator with a wrench, which works 9 times out of 10 anyway. Excellent. This looks to be exactly what we need. So when our shinobi's escort can see us safely inside the moon gates, I should have no trouble deactivating the barrier. Good, good. That is one less thing to worry about. Ooh, new dancer's weapon. Wait a minute, that's 279. 76, so that's better. And some tiger skin. Should you wish for further employment, mayhap you could speak with Alize. I believe she was planning to search the surrounding area for Imperial patrols. If you go now, you may be able to catch her before she departs. Well, you know what? I'm just going to stop the timer now. Because I'm just gonna do all these menial tasks in this episode. I've told you about my plans, and you wish to come with me. Well, far be it for me to refuse you. If truth be told, I am not entirely sure that I expect to find, in the wake of your failed assassination attempt, the Imperials demonstrated uncharacteristic restraint. There was no public executions, and not a single village was put to the torch. But as I mentioned earlier, our latest intelligence does suggest a purge is imminent. For all we know, they could be out in the field, even as we speak, surveilling their targets and making plans. If so, we need to put a stop to it. Let us begin our search in the north. Not quite for now. Follow me to the next location. No Imperial patrols near our headquarters, and good. The last thing we need is a report of Rulger's reach. Even so, it must be prudent to search a little longer. Not exactly what I was worried about. Damn it all, I can't just leave the carcass lying in the middle of the road. Next to you, I feel like a child playing at sword and sorcery, though mayhap it suits me better than books. I owe much to a Makoti I met on my travels. He was a master of these techniques and kindly agreed to teach me the fundamentals. But I never could warm to common rapiers. I vastly preferred using a blade of my own creation. Despite the toll it took on me, Orionje's gift was a godsend, to be honest. Anyway, we're falling behind. We should split up and try to recoup some lost time. We heard rumors of Imperial soldiers stalking about, disguised as villagers. One was supposedly spotted near the ribbons. To the south of here, go and see if there's anything out of the ordinary. Oh, hello there, young man. My associates are in search of fertile soil for farming, and this land caught our eye. You doubt my words, suspect we have other purposes in coming here. How vexing it is to be questioned in this manner. Very well, he desires the truth, and we shall have it. Deal with him. I've spent many hours, actually many months, playing as the samurai. And that wasn't by choice. That was because I'm dumb. Also because I decided to still have that while I was working on my beast tribes. I saw them attack you while this one fled. Since you seem to have everything in hand, I decided to capture him in an Imperial, I presume. I know it would come to this, but at the hands of a Westerner, a Doman would at least know the rights. You think you understand, but you do not. She will burn it all before she surrenders. She will never kneel again, nor should she. Edgar. I'm just gonna punch Edgar in the face. That might hurt your hand more than anything. Register. The Anorari will receive due compensation. A young Asari has great potential. That much is plain. If he applies himself, he may one day be granted the opportunity to go to Garlemald and learn from some of the leading authorities in the field of Magitech. Few citizens are afforded such treatment, however, much less people of the provinces. You will need to do more. Of course, have no doubt that we shall. My husband and I want only the best imperial education for our boy. I have finished planting the rice, Mother. Not while the officer is here, Yotsetsu. Inside now. Yes, Mother. You did not mention that you had a daughter. My sister's, not mine. Kami rest her soul. She is utterly hopeless, but one cannot choose one's family. Indeed, she is of age to receive an education as well, is she not? Yet we have no record. I trust I need not remind you of your legal obligations. No, of course not, but she is weak and sickly. Some days she has not the strength to leave her bed, though a thought occurs to me, mayhap we can come to an understanding. That was a near thing. What happened? We were talking and then all of a sudden you were somewhere else. Did one of those soldiers hit you on the head or something? Well, if you say so, we should go and tell the others what happened here. Alize, you should know of the echo. Yeah, back away. Thank you, you didn't have to come with me, but you did, and for that I am grateful. I told the others of our encounter with the disguised soldiers. Though we dispose of the bodies, it is only a matter of time before their comrades note their absence. As if we needed any more reason to act quickly. Are you sure you're alright, by the way? You've been awfully quiet since we returned. Give us whatever this is. This is going to end up like my other character, where my own character, where I just have a collection of weapons in my inventory. I'm currently collecting astrologer weapons. Again, I am leveling an astrologer currently, so astrologer currently. Next, I'll be collecting bows. I'll tell you to rest and leave the rest of others, but seeing that isn't in your nature, Lise returned but a moment ago. Looking a bit worried, it seems that trouble is afoot in Namae. You may as well go and ask her about it. As for me, I will not impose upon you any further. Where is the merchant? I have things to sell. We have a mender, but no merchant. 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 I barely got enough armor as it is, huh? Oh, you're here to help? That's a relief. I've been trying to help the villagers in Name get ready for the operation, but we ran into a few problems. You remember how we're supposed to stir up trouble as a diversion, right? Well, the thing is, we don't have enough armor to go around. I thought the Doman Liberation Front would be able to furnish us with some, but it seems that it's not the case. I was about to go and tell Lise. Why don't you come too? Or is that Ise? Ise. The kid from the village. Right, I can't fly over this. I forgot. You have to fly around the big mountain. Or dive underneath it. I'd rather fly there. Oh, you're here too. I heard about the soldiers you and Alize encountered. I'm glad you're all right. Right then. Issei, we have gathered up all the rope we could find in the village. And every tool with an edge. But is it still not enough? Even a hoe would suffice, but there's no more to spare. Thank you, Jigisosa. Ryson could use a hand if there's nothing else. As for more tools, I may have some in my home. Go and search it. Take whatever meets your needs. I made enough rice bowls for everyone, including some special ones for Lady Gagiri. Can I go and give them to her? You silly little girl, of course you can. Hurry. You never know when she'll have to leave on a secret mission. Sorry about that. Everyone's been trying to contribute since Lord Hien returned. There's so much to worry about. You're doing well, you say. Though I have to ask, have you had any luck finding more armor? Unfortunately, no. Unlike weapons, there are no substitute for proper protection. It's not as though we need full suits of Imperial plate, but we're no soldiers. If we attack without any equipment, we'll be slaughtered. The Doman Liberation Front doesn't have any armor to spare. I suppose we can ask Hancock, but there's no telling how long it would take for him to send us supplies. Do you have an armorer in the village or anyone with some kind of skill and fashion armor? There's one man, a craftsman, who fled the Enclave. He is experienced and may be able to help. I don't know if I could persuade him to, though. But maybe you two can come with me. His name is Tsuruki, and he lives in Kusakri in the south. Come with me. Yeah, this one's definitely gonna be a long episode. But who are these starry-eyed youths who stand before me? One who sings a rebellion of liberation. Surely they would not think to trouble me with such foolish dreams. I'll go and stay what you will, but do not offense if I die from laughter. Just give me those. Yeah, let's get quick materia. As again, you would have me fashion armor for villagers who wish to fight Imperial regulars. Mad fools charging back, lying boldly to meet their deaths, bring me steel, and I shall give them shells to shield their soft bellies. Yes, yes, plates of steel, all that you can carry, the better to shield them from blade and bullet. If only if it was so simple, Master, steel plates are not so easily procured. Blind, deaf, and dumb you are, boy. We are awash in broken steel. Magic giant cylinders come from crashing to the earth from on high. Shatter them to bits with my explosives. They will not fail you, for I made them to kill Imperials. Bring me steel and you will have your armor. Well, it's not like we know any other armor who can help. At least we got to get to blow things up. Let's go blow some things up. It's just going to take a while to collect this armor plating. Luckily, we're level 70, so we're probably not going to get attacked since we're 6 levels higher than them. Find a non-abandoned piece of magic, just blow it up while the guy's still inside. I don't know why, but these, the icon for it doesn't really seem to be like a bomb. I've seen it before, but I can't quite place what the image reminds me of. Just keep shoving all the bits into the magic bag. Wow. You have the many plates of steel I demanded. Show me. Makeshift bombs. Is not the sanest of men, but you can be reasonably confident that his bombs will not explode in your hands. Oh, I think that's like a 0 or something on there. Or something. I can't tell what that little symbol is on the bomb. Salvaged from broken Magitech wrecks, this metal can be repurposed as armor for villagers. I guess the makeshift bombs are bombs. It just looks like something else. Then you are committed to your cause, dressing villagers and soldiers and marching off to war. Stupid, stupid fools. Doma is dead, and so are her people. Lord Kian, Lord Hian, all dead. Their blood is on our hands. To us, Lord Kian, who saved us, who spared us the worst when the Garleans came. Every shred of pride and honor he cast aside without a second thought, all to win their trust, all to serve as their puppets. Restored to his throne years later, a paper tiger. Such shame he must have felt, but no matter, he would suffer. If for his people a life as slaves is better than none at all, he believed, but not us. After my lady died, we began to whisper in his ears dreams of freedom and liberation. We pushed him to action, if only a little. 10 years of preparations, of machinations, so careful we would be, and yet, Doma burned for our foolishness, not for that of Lord Kian. Munzen, the Enclave, they were raised for our sins. We murdered them all, don't you see? We murdered you all. You're wrong, Master. We are still here. We are still alive. Lord Kian lives on in our hearts, and in his son, Lord Hian, has returned. Lord Hian alive, it cannot be. You lie, you lie. It is true, Lord Hian came back to Doma to help her fight for freedom. Could it be my Lord Hian yet lives? Oh. Bands of steel to bind the chest and belly. Yes, yes. I must heat the forge and begin work at once. 10, 100. How many do you need? All that and more you shall have. More materia to sell. Yeah, just more materia. Even after 25 years of oppression, they still have it in them to stand up and fight. We just have to show them the way forward. Issei and I will stay and help Tatsunuki finish the armor. So you'll need no need to wait around. Why not go back to the House of Fierce? I'm sure they got plenty of work left to be done. Ask around and see what you can find. Yeah. Everything's in order, sir. Under Lord Getsu Sage tutelage, we grow stronger by the day. Help? Oh no, no, no. I will not impose upon you without cause. Rest assured that everything is in place, and every place is in, everything is fine. I require no assistance, comrade. Lord Hian, instructions to me were quite clear. I need only transcribe them for the benefit of our Zela allies. Speaking of Lord Hian, if you are eager to be of service, mayhap you could seek him out. Keep an eye on him. Perchance should he decide to venture outside. Let me guess. Someone asked you to act as my protector? Ha. To hear them mutter, one would think I intend to stride up to the castle gates on my own. The truth, of course, is rather less dramatic. I had hoped to look out the castle one last time before the battle. Would you care to join me? You would be setting a lot of fretful minds at rest. Very good. Let us depart for Monzen at once. Mozen was home to many great and powerful families, men of honor, samurai once. Great swallows were raised, and people put to the sword. What little remains stands as a testament to what was and what will never be again. Come, I would take a closer look. No sentries, at least of a living sort, thus shambling suits of armor have the run of the place. I think this was once a bustling street, so full of life, a river of people with a current all its own. But even then the Imperials walked among us, sometimes openly, sometimes discreetly. But we were always aware of their presence, and we were complicit. He did what he had to do to preserve the peace, to keep our people safe, but at what cost? Forgive me, this is neither time nor place for such dark musings, though they did serve to remind me of the barracks which once stood to the west of here, or the... makeshift barracks you can find. If you head down the street past those makeshift barricades, you will come to the ruins. I will search elsewhere. Meet me at the water's edge when you have finished. Oh, that's very inconvenient. Okay, it was just behind this building. Alas, I found not of value, did you? Found in the ruins of Mozen, this finely crafted blade shows little signs of use. Still sheathed in its scabbard, though even shielded from the elements, it will need to be cleaned and oiled. I recognize the crest. It belongs to the son of a samurai trained when I was young. He never even had a chance to draw it. There she is, Doma Castle, my home. They let us keep her for a time before gradually moving their forces across from Fluminense. Now her every court and corridor belongs to Yoshitsu. Though father spent much of his time there, I did not. I may only have visited him on half a dozen occasions. If that, I cannot remember. But I remember the view from the keep. Doma seems much smaller. From there, like you could hold it in your hands. Oh, Munzen at least. Doma is so much more than that. There beyond the moon gates onto the shores of the Ruby Sea, and here in the place that no man can see or touch or take from you. We carry her with us, everywhere, whatsoever we go. Not the land or the soil, but the story. And what is life if not a story? The story of our journey from dawn to dusk, day after day after day. The story of our mothers and our fathers, our families and our friends, our people and our nations. I think a part of me understand that when I looked out from the keep. Kian, son of Kian. Kian, another caretaker of the story of Doma. It is a fine castle, truly, with an even finer view, but in the end... In the end... Call me, strike me down, how could I be so blind? We must return to the House of Fierce at once. I have had what can only be described as a revelation. Ours is an excellent plan, but not so excellent that it cannot be approved, and I know how. And on that cliffhanger, we're going to leave it there. See you all in the next.